of artificial skin, in perpetual wondering why. It's through this borrowed breath I breathe its origin for investigation, and in trepidation I consent to see what's underneath. Truly, a systematic orphan, destined for defeat, constantly in retreat from my self-made wreck, paralysed from the wreckage, impossibly lost was my anthem. Too useless to salvage. And with these dry and fragile, deceitful bones, too meek for the known, they splinter. Pews with few too many questions, idealistic doctrine imprinted on our minds that hinder our understanding and blinds us from the lies that hold us. Me. Captive I felt. Tepid narration forced me to exile, into hibernation I went. This ragamuffin vagabond meanders, so static, so vague, so very urgent. And so through confusion my agenda alters. I saw all this time I've wasted tasting the toxins that are borderline sweet. This obsession of numbing, running over years, incomplete was my identity, a catalyst for my catastrophe, and yet I kept striving for a deity to only be confused by their conformity. But as I was searching, love waited. On the ground I hadn't found a reason for belief, still looking for that proud aloof man whose home is the street. See, my perspective was blocked by the guilt within, that I didn't seem to even be listening, until one day I stopped thinking, I heard a knocking and finally asked love to come in. And gently did he. I stumbled into a sacrifice given freely, and suddenly I see. Dawn broke out of this paradoxical landscape. The scapegoat is now my sanctuary, an upside-down kingdom where my efforts falter, but it's okay because there's grace like no other. To reject the light is to embrace the darkness, and I was built with this conscience. But I say I've hurt too many ways. I've loved too little. Still he pursues my permission. Asking to aid, I surveyed, my internal battle ceases and I concede. My unkempt heart finally caved and joy began its expedition in me, so through the crevices unseen, I am clean. This fractured fortress given over to the architect who forged it, who knows how best to keep it from ever steering adrift, giving it a holy kiss. I am home. I know my security is centered on the victory already won. Love bled himself dry for the opportunity to see me thrive, and for that I am justified and adopted into life, because when love died, so did I. And when love awoke, so did I. His yoke is easy and his burden is light. So truly, an undeserved heir, destined for adventure, constantly in reverence of my Maker, he calls me daughter of Yahweh. He calls. For the world's sake, love calls me out to echo in love's name, to eradicate shame, because my exact decision to yield gave me a battle shield to face the unknown and uncertainty which defies the lies that wield, because healed am I, and beloved am I. So I start, in pursuit to venture the steadfast way, earthing on untouched terrain. This hurricane's unraveling at the whisper of love's name, a work in progress but accepted through the process. As past pain trembles, be still and know. He reassembles my soul. Now let passion see its decree. He's not only in the garden, but he kneels in the gutter with me. From void to voyage, he understands my unbelief. Love reclaimed. So in his name I live my life. A life not tame, but a life to dare. Because he knows no conventional prayer can ever replicate this journey from orphan to heir.